Where'd you go? Good morning. Almighty morning, everyone. Hello, Katie. Welcome in. We have Lester today. And as I always start out, I introduce them about how I met them. And I met Lester at Everything Just Rocks on Monday night, Tina Escoto's class. And I don't know when did you start going to Tina's class?
October. No, it was August 2022.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
August.
about the same time I did. I was there at the last Monday in August. 22.
Okay. Okay. I went to, I think that's the middle of the month I started going.
Hi, Harley. Harley is on,
Huh?
and Katie.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm glad you guys got the notification
Okay.
to be here today.
Mm.
I did have some of it on, but got to know Lester through the Monday night class, and I got to know his energy. So when he walked into well, when he entered Everything Just Rocks, I
Yeah.
knew he was there. So I was so excited um, to have him around. And then when he moved out of
Yeah.
state,
Yeah.
then it's like you need to come on Tuesday night class, because if you're not on Tuesday night class, then we're not going to see you. So now he's on Tuesday night classes, almost every class, and it's great to have him. He has a lot more talent than he'll admit to.
Mm.
Um, and he's very, very strong, intuitive, extremely strong, and just a very powerful soul.
Mm.
So, LOL wasn't missing this. I like that, Harley. Thank you for that. And so that's how I met you.
Mm.
And so tell us about you.
Well, my name is Lester, originally from Brooklyn, New York. West Indian or Caribbean background. Outside that, I'm a New Mexico State and ASU alum. I'm engineer and an architect intern. Outside that, regarding my spiritual gifts or being this metaphysical realm, I sort of have an expertise in basic astrology readings, basic numerology readings, basic channeling. Also, give basic advice for for help for personal wellness and being or so. So those are some of the things which I sort of have a sort of an expertise in. So
And you've helped a lot of people. You have a lot of knowledge about a lot of things.
yeah.
And I mean, you do talk about the numerology, the astrology is um, in there too. And what you sent me about the hand
Mm.
last night, that was great. I haven't really delved into it, but I was looking at it like, wow. So some of the things I already knew, but
Yeah, you could look at somebody palms and tell like how many children they're gonna have, what's gonna happen in their life. I don't understand the detail of it, but I've known from people who could do it. They could tell me you could look at certain lines and as your energy changes, so do some of the lines too. But I don't. That's not my expertise. I don't know much about that, but just
yeah.
just that about. But yeah, it's interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
and you find a lot of interesting things too. You're always sending out videos that you find
Yeah.
that aren't readily available to all of us.
Mm.
And it's like, it doesn't really blow our minds because we're open for everything. We
Hmm.
need to be. But it's just a different perspective. You're always finding new and different things.
Mm.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah. So, how did you get here? I mean, did you have these gifts or did you have this talent early on or
I don't. I could say some. My spiritual journey didn't start until probably about what 2007, but I didn't know much about it then. But I'm in the same personal year now that I was back then. Two personal year and then a 9 year, and 2 and 9 oppose each other, but very magnetic. And two is also feminine energy, but I didn't know nothing about then as a teenager, so it was really, really heavy. Then upon college, is like I don't know what the hell happened. I started school, and all of a sudden I'm able to start hearing things that people were writing and stuff, like picking up on the thoughts and so. I didn't know nothing about it. And it was like a huge, it was sort of like going through a dark night of soul, but didn't know what the hell it was about. And I met a pastor probably about in 2009. He explained to me like all this is going through to help build my growth and to help. I'm going to go through more hardships, but eventually things will get a lot better for me in life. So that was him telling me that way. And then while I'm in school researching, because I transferred after from that experience, after researching like what's going on, except I'm always trying to find answers. In 2012, I found online about spiritual awakening and what it's about. I'm like, wow. And then I sent it to my friend because he knows numerology and taught me. And I used to really nag him way too much than I should have. And then he told me like, well, I'm very proud that you actually had found this. And I'm like, wow, this is what the hell I'm going through. And then from there, answers sort of slowly coming to me, and I'll meet people along the way to explain things. And I remember it wasn't back until 2000, and I think 15, 16 is when people started to post more metaphysical and spiritual stuff online. Like that's when it was sort of becoming a little bit okay to talk about it and not look cuckoo or taboo. Yeah, yeah. And then during then from there, I found winded up myself in Arizona, and then that's when I met a few people who started telling me about past lives and who I was, and so I guess so. Then that sort of helped me a whole lot transition me to where I'm at now. Yeah, people are lucky. It's a lot easier to find people to talk about this stuff now. Back then in the late 2000s, it wasn't so openly spoken about like that.
Well, where were you in early
Mhm.
2000s? Where
I
were
was
you living?
in New York. It started. I didn't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't until I moved to New Mexico I found out it was a spiritual awakening. That was back in 2012.
Okay.
Coming to Arizona, that's when I started to learn about all these different. Yeah,
Because I know that with Santa Fe,
yeah.
um, New Mexico is a little bit more spiritual because that's the capital of spirituality there in New Mexico.
Mm.
Here in Arizona, everybody says it's Sedona because of the vortexes and all.
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, energy wise, it is.
Yeah, definitely. And so I think that's why we're a little more open to it.
Mhm.
Um, and it's funny that you mention that because they had a law in the city of Mesa. They have a law. Well, they have a special um, tax license for anyone who is a fortune teller. I don't
Well,
consider myself a fortune teller in any way, shape, or form. But
Mesa have it, but not Gilbert and Chandler too.
Gilbert and Chandler do not have that.
Okay, they're both influenced by the same religious group, from what I know.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
so is Glendale and a few other cities. Now, Glendale charges $50. Phoenix charges $50 for this special license or tax, which is normal,
Mhm.
$50 per year.
Yeah.
Scottsdale is supposed to charge $100 per year. I
Mhm.
think it's either Phoenix or Scottsdale charge 100.
Mhm.
Mesa is 300. And the only other group, well, two other distinctions that have to get this license
Yeah.
are sex shop owners and sex shop workers.
I didn't even know that you have to get that.
And they charge 300 per year.
Yeah.
And it was funny because in 2006,
Yeah.
they brought up to city of Mesa to remove that. Some people had, and they the opposition, the ones who wanted to keep it, the women were crying, this keeps out the riffraff, and you have to protect the city, the people in the city of Mesa, and you have to keep this $300 going. And it's like, that was the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. So they still have it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I'm not a fortune teller, so it's nothing to do with me.
And
I just thought that was at the same time you were saying you came out here. I mean, you.
yeah, I came into Arizona in 2018.
Yeah, but I meant that you had the problem with that people weren't talking about it. However, here in the city of Mesa, they've had that on the books for quite a while.
Oh,
So.
yeah. I mean, in New York, I found out they sort of did, but I just wasn't really around people like that. But as far as on the internet, it wasn't openly spoken. It wasn't openly posted like how it was now, even back in 2016-ish, around that time. Yeah. That was the first time I think I started seeing posters of retrogrades or so. It was 2016. Prior to that, I haven't seen, yeah.
I didn't know much about retrogrades until 2020, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Lester and me have similar spiritual awakening. Mine opened up around 2012, but think it bubbled up around 2008, but never did understand it. Now, Victor is in Sweden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it makes sense why it happened around 2008. Now, I think 2006 is where we went into the third dimension or so, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I think that for what I remember, can't really recall too well, but I think around 2006 or 2007, that's when the light started coming in pretty heavy into the planet.
Okay.
You know.
So it wasn't until you started going to college that you kind of really started researching?
Yeah, I got a friend. After my first year, he put me into numerology to help me understand myself, why things are the way they are. I'm like, okay, and then slowly from there, it started looking for more answers. I'm like, man, because I'm like, life just feels like just keep like a punch after a punch of the punch. And then after a while, we're like, oh, these are sort of gifts coming up to me. And then when going through even more of a hellish hardship, 2012 in the summer, I found something about spiritual awakening online and sort of explained. I'm like, oh, okay, this makes a little more sense. And then things sort of got a little rough from there. And then there was a situation in 2013 when my father passed, and that was another hellish situation with family and then other life stuff. And that situation sort of allowed me to sort of take ownership of my power and my confidence, maybe a little bit too much because I was a little arrogant and asshole with things I'll say to people, full blown with chest out. And I learned to tone that down. But that was also one of the first times where I felt like I really had confidence in moving, and having faith in myself too, because I was reading a whole bunch of books prior to that on like the mental and spirituality, like Think and Grow Rich was one of them to give credit. And there was also another books by Maxwell Maltz, about psychocycle, and then talk about using your mind and focusing on your mind directly, how you want to move. And I was using those techniques to the T. Yeah, so there's other list of books I could get to. There's The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. That's another good book too. That helped me a whole lot. And Think and Grow Rich. I mean, As Man Thinketh by James Allen. That's based off the songs that a lot of these stuff I had read really helped me build on my mind mentality. Like, okay, mind is everything. Like, if I could see myself doing something, I could actually go. Only sucky thing about it is once you reach another level, spirituality, and there's like a whole another lesson. Then it's like, okay, I have to replay the whole thing over again, which much harder stuff coming at me. So that sort of helped me to that point. And like I said, there was a gap between New York and going to Arizona where I actually started getting into fasting, and that helped me a whole lot purging I had a lot of things, and I started on really spending time to myself in solitude too, and that helped me increase my energy. I didn't realize it then, but going to Arizona, walking into places, people instantly just turn and look at me. I didn't know what it's about, but I didn't know that when you're in solitude 4 years by yourself for like a distance of time and you're actually fasting and working stuff, like your energy really expands and people could really feel it whether they understand or not. So that was an interesting predicament situation.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, life been sort of a little bit hellish for a good distance of time, but so in the hell you could sort of say I had found myself.
And where do you find yourself now? Do you find yourself, well, you've gotten past the arrogant side of it. We know that.
Um, Other hardships too had sort of clamped me down. Now I'm actually beyond. I mean, I'm in the process of rebuilding back my confidence in myself. I'm not going to try to hide that. Some people can hide it, but you can't hide it if you do or you don't. So I'm in the process of that. Is coming along in a nice way. I'm starting to remember after being in the shadows, starting to remember who I am and what I got, and then the day everything is all mental and as they always say, what's that phrase by Joseph Murphy? The cave you fear to seek is the cave you fear to enter is the cave you seek. So it's sort of
Oh,
yeah. So it's sort of like in that process, in that road of stepping back into my confidence and my power. Outside that, it's just learning more and more about myself. Because as I learn more and more about me, I could sort of understand people a lot better. So that's really it.
and I know you have a community with us.
Yeah.
Um, and Tina, I mean, we're all one anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but are you finding yourself feeling differently when you are at a job than when you are away from your job?
Yeah, it does feel a little different because sometimes people look at me like, oh, you seem odd or strange. Oh, like something seems a little too nice about him, or he seems too cool to chill. Yeah, it's usually never really moderate. It's like, hey, I see you as like, oh, you're very cool and nice, or hey, I see you like something seem a little off with you, or so, or or sometimes people ego get a little agitated, like, oh, I should be like that, but I'm not. So, you reminded me of what I should do. So it's sort of it'd be yeah. One thing I learned, there was a video I saw online a month or two ago, and the guy said like the most intimidating person, not the person who came out of prison or who's violent or who's rough and all that stuff. I could send you it because I have it. The most intimidating person is someone who is their authentic self and their true self and move in love. And I was like, that makes sense when you are your true self and you move in love, because many people are not their true selves, and you adapt authentically, like you have a radiant glow to you, and it's like wow, okay. It could be intimidating to people for them not being. So I'm like, okay, so that was interesting. Yeah,
Oh, and Victor was saying it's like that clip that I have. Don is the one I got it from, with Valerie Bertinelli. Universe landed on my ass. That's when you don't follow the road. That
yeah, that's true. Yeah, well for me, my situation was we ain't giving you a choice. Either you get with the program or we just put you in it. That was how I sort of got. I know other people they have a choice. Like, hey, you could choose a spiritual path or you could be in the world. And for me, it's like, yeah, no, take the foot out and get yourself out there.
And do you feel that leaving the city, because we know that New Mexico and Arizona are so different
Yeah,
than New York City,
yeah,
and so do you feel that getting away from that?
yeah. Once I left New York, it sort of it sort of amplified a whole lot because when you're in a city environment, things move so quickly. So your mind, it's harder for your mind to slow down. But when you're in a way in places where there's not much going on, there's not so heavy, people moving, bustling, your mind slows down, your nervous system too. So that's when you get to really get to see all the stuff inside you. and go on a much deeper perspective and reflection. So it's like it really is a difference,
Oh,
especially a desert. Desert's a very special place.
yeah. Do you like the desert?
Yeah, I actually do. I actually really do. I admire all the sunlight I could get compared to what I can in New York. So it's very special. Yeah, I ain't got to eat that much. I'm like, oh, it's hot, so okay, I don't feel too hungry. Like small portion and some water, and I'm good to go.
Okay. And Harley is talking also has great knowledge with numerology and their meaning and purpose. It's fascinating. I'm convinced he should teach a course on it. I agree with you. I agree with
I, I could have my friends help me out with that because they actually taught me and they know it a lot deeper than I do. But yeah, because numerology for me it took years. It took me about 4 years to start to understand it. But one thing I have learned by studying numerology is that when you understand numerology, you understand why people got to work together. Because other people will make up for your flaws, and you could make up and you could bring your talents to them. I'm like, wow, so studying numerology, you understand that we on Earth, we really have to really work together, people, because one person might be great at something, you have your flaw in it, so you have to come together. I'm like, it's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're all one, so yeah, it makes sense. When you add it all together, because that's what you do with numerology, you add all the numbers together. Um, yeah, I was just thinking, I don't want people to put their uh, all their numbers
Yeah.
in the chat or anything. You don't have a separate email yet, do you?
I actually do have an email that's attached to. I need to post it on my TikTok. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm thinking is if you had an email that
No, dude, I
is
could.
connected with nature and all those other names
Uh,
you use, that
yeah,
would,
yeah, I have an email associated with that.
okay.
Yeah, they could also reach me on my IG too. But could I post it here, or
Hmm?
could I post it in here?
I don't know. Go ahead and put in the private chat if you can. If you can put in the private chat, then I can copy it and paste it.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. And I am working on sharing. Okay. Okay. Oh, I like that. Yeah. We'll add that cosmically connected.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to copy. This way you guys can get a hold of him. I will also add it to my to the description later. I'm going to do these separate. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by IG. Is that
Instagram.
Instagram? Okay. I should have known that. I did
Yeah.
follow
Well,
you.
okay. With the emails, you could tell them to just CC the last one that I sent to you when they reaching out to me through email.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Okay. Cool.
Just CC it. Yeah.
And I'm,
Hmm.
I'm going to put CC on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way, if they're looking to know about extraterrestrials or working other special gifts with channeling, I have somebody else who can help with that too. So that way they're in the mix. So
Okay. That's great.
yeah,
I hope that helps you too, Victor.
Yeah.
Hi, Don. And Don said he would definitely make this one. The universe is the expert at taking in people who bring teachings. Even if some are heavy, I experienced it myself, but sees it as lessons for the future.
Mm.
And we're always learning lessons every day.
No problem. If somebody want, they could tell me they're born in the month, and I could probably just give a few bullet points real quick, nothing too in depth, just more surface. That's a good way to put me in the spotlight. Yeah,
And Miss Angie's in the house too.
yeah.
So we got Don and Angie.
Mm.
Get some of the gangs here.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, I
and
think.
I will be downloading this interview
Mm.
right afterwards,
Yeah,
and then posting it on the two channels, the connecting communication and connections.
mm.
Don, you're not supposed to put numbers up. and the Love Riot Warriors channels on YouTube. So I will be posting those. I will add his contact information to it as well, so
Yeah.
that you guys have that.
Okay.
And I will get the links to you as well, so you can post them. I've
Okay.
sent them out to everyone who's been on interviews, so they can look at theirs. Oh, Miss KK, have you met Carrie? I think
Carrie, she's a lady from the Midwest.
she's from Oregon. She's
Um,
been on in class a couple times.
Probably might have. Can't.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably might. If I see the face, I probably might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's all about horses. So
Oh, that's
I
what's
know
up.
I know tempting fate, but spirit shall always protect me. Yes,
Yeah.
for the greater good. So did you write down his numbers so that you have them?
Uh, it
Put
was
it
in
up
the.
real quick.
Okay, so he's a one. So yeah, that's interesting. Number ones are usually go-getters. They usually people like innovate and start things. Can be very determined. So if something hard hits them, they have the ability to go on compared to other numbers. Downside, they could sometimes be a little inconsiderate towards people's feelings. Yeah, they can, and also could be a bit harsh and brutal what come out their mouth. But with those two numbers, 2 and 8, is actually a very powerful combination. Let's do the month, and that's actually Scorpio. Ooh, yeah, Scorpio's a rough sign to have. Oh, 1963. Okay, so he's a 1-3, so I'm pretty sure he knows a lot of things about many areas. Probably not, maybe not might be a master one, but know a whole lot. So with the name Victor, with the V being a four
No,
number,
this is Don. That's it.
Don. Oh, that's Don.
That's
Oh,
Don.
the D is a 4 number also too.
Okay.
So with that being said, it give you like a stronger mental. I believe the D is a bit more of a physical number compared to the V and the 4. And what I remember too with the number 28, what one guy said in Numerology, he always said that number has the power to attract wealth also too. So that's it. And I could do the personal year. Oh, so this person's in their 11th. Well, I guess. So Don's in his critical cycle. So the critical cycle, there's like a 52-day period where things might be, and the universe will be testing you. But it's all you gotta do is just maintain your faith and your strength during that time, and then after your birthday, the universe really rewards you if you sort of went through that process. And he's in his 11th universal year once his birthday comes. So it will be a year of tapping in more into the feminine energy, which is not an easy thing. When you want to talk about shadow work, that really is sort of dealing with your feminine energy. But it's also a year where it be communication with spirits, also a time to manifest using your voice. Downside, sensitivity, emotion might be up and down like a roller coaster. And yeah, I'll give that as a short reading for that.
Okay. And could you explain the 52 days? Because not everybody knows that. But before you start, want to acknowledge co-host
Yeah,
is in the house, and that is Sarah Lyle is here. So I want
yeah.
to make sure everybody knew that Sarah is here as well. And let's see what else. Yeah. And Victor, if you want to text me your numbers,
Mhm.
that way I can get them to him and he can read you too. But
Yeah,
please explain the 52 days.
but if you want a deeper reading, you could have it to where it could break down your name and show you how your name affects him, how your then the numbers go on your name, how it affects your mental. Then look at also the other cycles or so too. So if people want that, just reach out to me privately. Yeah.
Okay. And you have his information. If you wanted to
Hmm.
email him direct, that's fine. Or you can text me, whichever one you want to do. Sorry, I can't find your YouTube page. Okay. Good. Yeah. So the 52 days, please explain.
Yeah. It's basically we have cycles. Then what I know more, there's different cycles that go through every 52-day period. Because 52, 7 is the number of perfection. Also, like what there's 7 chakras, 7 days a week. So that's how number 7 relates to it. But with that being said, there's a period where the universe tests you right before that time period, where like, hey, you might have ups and downs, your feelings and emotions, accidents might happen, people might want to fight you, or you might want to fight them. So it's a period for where you sort of want to be a little bit more to yourself and actually work on your spirituality and your strength. And then 50 days after your period, universe sort of awards you for going through that trial.
And there are 52 weeks in a year as well.
Well, yeah, yeah.
So 52 is a big deal.
Mhm.
Okay. And I do have his numbers and I'm sending those to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do them in in our way of knowing these things. Okay. Okay, here it goes. All right. And
He's an 8. So okay, well, 8 is the master of like material wealth. They're also supposed to be. It's also a Saturnian number too. So what can I say about the 8? Basically, 8. You being 8, you want to be in a position of power, be your own business owner. Same time too, you also want to give back to people because it's a lucky number. Because if you ever get into any hardships or so, but you help people out, the 8 is always favored in getting awarded or rewarded at the 11th hour if any help or so they need. And what go back to the year, and he's a Capricorn. Well, you're on that Capricorn cusp, I think. I can't remember. 17th Sag. Well, I can see this.
he's a double Sag with a fishy moon, as he always tells us.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Capricorn's 22nd. Okay, so he's at 8-5. So there could be a little struggle there where he wants to have control, but same time he loves freedom. But with the 5, you like to be very free and explorative. And being a Sag, you definitely really like to be free. Like go with the wind. And what's his name again?
Victor.
Victor. Okay.
Okay. Did you have anything else on that?
Just that. I'll just keep it short. I ain't gonna lie. It's an early morning, so my mind is still,
Still waking up?
still waking up. Yeah. It is a number of power. It's a powerful number, but a hard number to have. As you see, like example for 8 would be like Michael Jordan, James Harden, like Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton. Yeah, these are all examples of eights. So you can sort of see the type of power they have.
And you and I are nines.
Yeah, we're both nines, which is the hardest number to have because it's the teacher. It's also completion. Those are self-love, unconditional love, and it's also a number of Saturn. So it's a little rough but beautiful number because yeah.
Free 99, yeah.
No.
And Don had a question earlier. Let me go back to it. This is for name. Is it first, middle, and last, or only
All. Like
all
one,
three?
yeah, all three. Yeah.
Let's see what we got. And Kevin is in New York, upper New York, not the city.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
And what other folks have ones?
Okay.
Well, you told us that Michelle had a one from our
Mich-
class. I won't get into all of that, but I
Okay.
remember you mentioning
Yeah.
that. So, are there any others with ones?
Can't recall. I
But
know.
in celebrity stuff or anything that who has
Oh,
one?
not that I could recall. Another celebrity who's a one. I just really know who are eights and who are nines. Like yeah, like Biggie Smalls. It was a nine. Who else was a nine? French Montana, Lil Wayne, Whitney Houston. So you see, these are some celebrities you see like where issues with love sort of have crippled and trampled, but at the same time they operated pretty heavily on it too. So
So I guess it's one of the researches you need to do is each number
yeah, I
somebody.
guess find
Yeah.
celebrities who relate. Yeah.
One gentleman told us that my granddaughter is a 4,
Mhm.
and she said, or he said that both Obama and Don, no, yeah, and Trump are both 4s.
Yeah, they are like most presidents are fours and eights. They
Oh,
have a four in their birth number or eight in their life path, either one. But almost all the presidents are fours and eights. Yeah, four deal with structure and foundation. Eight deals with power and material manifestation. So
and Miss Angie is an 8. Yes,
yeah,
I was just thinking about
yeah.
Julia Robertson.
Hmm. That's what's up.
Okay, and let's see, who else is? You do know that cosmically is Miss Sarah. Just want to remind you guys.
Okay.
That is Miss Sarah. But yeah, I love that, Angie. So I could be president as an 8.
Hey, go for it. You also want to check your bloodline and see if you have any of them European royalty monarchs are still in there too.
Oh wow.
You may never know. Yeah, they say most U.S. presidents are related to the European, like Habsburg and ruling families and all that stuff.
Oh wow, the Habsburgs.
Yeah, but there's only one or two of them I think that's not actually under that bloodline or so. Yeah.
Sarah says me, lol.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can text me, KK. I'm on my the Facebook, so if you want to go through that and text me, I can get the numbers to him. You're probably like, just looked it up. Tiger Woods, Magic Johnson, Bruce Springsteen are ones.
That makes sense with Tiger Woods, yeah, because ones they just usually just focus on work. They laser focus on that.
I'm surprised that Michael Jordan, because he was very
No,
focused.
he's an eight. He's an eight. That's the yeah. That's why eights. That's why you see how he play, and he was Aquarius too. And Aquarius make things look easy. So that's why you see him in the court. Is just looks like he's doing a disadvantage. But eight's is power. So as you see, they always want to like be above and top of the things, and especially if their work ethic is really great, they could actually do that. Like James Harden, perfect example. Not the best example of probably a player you might want to have on a poll, but he being an 8, a lot of things just naturally comes to him.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah.
Now that's a good one to be associated with there, Angie, too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got KK got numbers in. All right.
Yeah, Angie got to make a political post. Vote for Angie 2028. Shoot.
Oops. Oh, what a great day to be born. And the same year as
Mhm.
Mr. Victor. This is for Carrie.
I think I remembered it when I read it for. Okay, she's a 5, so what can I say about 5? Like freedom, they also could adjust to changes pretty quickly. They also could learn multiple languages if they choose to do so. Only problem is, they could sometimes procrastinate on things they're supposed to be doing due to freedom. And with number 5, if they're not careful, vices like sex, drugs, and alcohol, all 3 could play heavy in their life. But we look at the day she's born. Okay, 2 plus 14 plus 1 9.
Okay, let's not do this.
This is a life path 3, so have the ability to be very creative and expressive and come off to people having childlike energy. But downside, it could be pretty indecisive, and sometimes curiosity could lead them to where they might get into some unwanted things or don't get things done. So
Now, Don, were you saying this is ones as well or a different number? Or is this a 5? I don't know.
Mhm.
He didn't say.
Mhm.
So he'll let us know in a few seconds. Anybody else would like on that? I know you and I've talked about it a lot. And
yeah,
what was Sarah was saying that she's one of them, and I don't
yeah,
know.
she's a 1. She's a 1.
Oh, she's a 1 like Don. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So hey, you're in good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, okay. Oops. Not geography, Lucas.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's true. H do love to tell people what to do, but don't you tell them what they should be doing. That could be a problem. Yeah, ones and 8s, they're like that. They'll tell you everything about yourself. You dare talk back. Like, yeah.
I mean, we know there's so much about us that we don't really know,
Mm-hmm.
and we just keep learning. Like you said, you have um, people who taught you how to do this, and you
Yeah.
feel you don't know it enough. I know that when it comes to astrology, Bonnie feels she needs to learn a whole lot more too, but she's been studying it for years.
You can't learn everything about astrology in this lifetime. It's too much because there's astrology with the plants, there's astrology with your own body, there's also astrology with the tarot, then there's also the degrees, then there's also a medical part of astrology. It's way too much to try and learn in this lifetime. So I just try to keep it simple.
Okay, but
One of the easiest way to know astrology is to learn your natal chart.
yeah, tell me through that curious is the cure, but sometimes it gets you, but in the butt. Are you out by the horses? And are they listening?
Mhm.
She goes out to the horses and does her meditation. And
Nice.
when I can't remember, I think it was Brittany or somebody was doing the light language that they really appreciated it.
Mhm.
But, okay, astrology is like an onion. You peel back a bit and more is needed.
Yeah, it's a very deep subject to really get into once you start trying to really understand it.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you feel that numerology is the same or is not quite as deep?
It's not as deep as astrology.
So something like human design that combines those two plus others, that's even deeper.
Mhm.
When you say, okay.
I could probably say, yeah. Anything with astrology,
Very
super deep. Yeah.
Oh,
And even your fingers relate to astrology too, because each hand finger has a relation to a planet and a sign.
oh,
Yeah.
wow. And KK is snuggling right now, so she isn't out by her horses.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, and she's in Oregon, so a lot cooler up there. I don't know how the weather is right now. Arizona had a lot of rain. We're getting through it.
Lot.
I haven't seen Wendy in a while. I hope she's okay, and I hope she was down here when the typhoon hit
Hmm.
up in Alaska. Okay, who else would like have a question on this?
Mhm.
Because we know Angie. I know her. I don't know the last two numbers that I would put in here, but I know the first two. Can't remember what she just turned. And she's a Pisces.
Yeah, which means she got game. You know, not a spit game to make tell you what you want to hear, make you feel good.
Well, and she's an 8 and a Pisces. And
Yeah.
okay. And Victor, who else is here? We had Harley, Miss Harley. You can text me. Kevin, you can text me too. Oregon, the war zone. Hopefully she is safe. Safe
Oh,
from the stuffed animals.
yeah.
I know. I love those pictures of the I don't know. They blow up things that they walk in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Funny. Just a little humor. Yep. And
Yeah.
then
Even calculus relates to the human body too.
really? Wow.
Yeah, it does. I believe sine is like a feminine energy and cosine is a masculine. Somebody explained before, but I don't remember how deeply it is. It relates something with the human body, some of the vibration or so. I don't remember too deeply at all. Yeah.
The last two numbers I needed were to uh, well, he already knows you're Pisces, so he knows and that you're an 8. So
Yeah.
he already knows that part. Um, but I just did the last two of the year. Fall has fallen here. Oh, and it's a bit chilly for my sunny soul. I'm going to have to get an insulated
Mhm.
coveralls out here soon.
Nice. I guess Eddie Bauer or maybe some Sorrel. Yeah, if they make that stuff. I don't know.
Yes, everything, it all comes down to math. Everything can be resolved when broken down to an equation.
Mm.
I tell my granddaughter that, or all my grandkids that all the time. Math is very important. It's in everything. So you need to pay attention. Money, time, all of that. It all has to do that. Like that.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, got it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Pisces.
Yeah.
Well, the 8. That's the 8 number. So once again, power, material manifestation. 2 plus.
Okay. Scary how the universe can be broken down to math. Yeah. The
Yeah,
Greeks, Romans, Egyptians were amazing to figure that out.
yeah, and that is pure facts. Okay, this person's 8-6. So we already know a little bit about the 8, but the 6 deals with karma. Also, 6, yes, but it's also a number of a family and keeping friends together and attending to the home. That's the perfect about the only downside about the 6. They could be pretty lazy if it's something they don't care about. Yeah, and they could be very short tempered. too. Yeah, very short, like want to snap quick, but that's some of the quality the six actually offer and bring. They're about keeping friends and family together, tend to the home, could be good cooks. So things of that nature.
And Harley, did you want to text me with yours,
Yeah.
or did you already read her?
Oh, I did her before. She knows.
She did. Okay.
Yeah, she's a nine as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's nines.
yeah. Even Linda in our group too is also a nine. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
My son is a seven.
Seven. Okay.
Well, one son is a seven, one is a two, and the other one is a six.
Okay. If you do their life path though, we add the month, the day, and the
Yeah,
year.
I didn't get all of those. Well, my life path is different than my.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then,
Birth number, yeah, or destiny, whatever they call it. But yeah, nines are usually the leaders in the background. So you'll see them, but you don't really know what they do. But they don't want pulling the strings in the background. They don't want to do no stuff people don't understand. To keep everybody in place, and then they'll help someone like an eight or four or one look like they're the big star. So but in the background, they're the ones really doing all the things. Yeah.
I know not what you say.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, she has. There is this who me the drama, and then no, 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 no. So
It is about power.
yeah,
Yeah.
Lesser
You
did
see
mine
it,
already. Got it.
you see it in their face. It's like,
Yeah, and Lady T was here. So all of those that are here, Katie Newkirk. Um, if you have questions, who else is here? Katie was here. Marijana, Lady T. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, you can come on. Ask the questions. Send me your numbers, either email. You can text me through Facebook, and I'll get it.
mhm.
That's where I'm getting everybody else's. Written across my face. Yes.
Yeah, you can see an eight in their face, or they have you can see it in their face, or they have the eight letters in their name. It shows. It's like I demand power and respect. Yeah,
And then Don says, and Angie's best. Look at my face. Don't do
yeah.
it. Yeah. And then, and remember, Don and Angie, I hope, are coming on tonight.
Oh,
So if
awesome.
you guys miss readings today, then tonight. And I hope my daughter-in-law comes in because she definitely needs a mediumship reading.
Mhm.
Fix your face, Angie.
Yeah.
Yeah, aren't those Kina's words to fix your face, Angie? So besides the numerology that you're better than you think you are at,
Oh, okay.
what other are there new modalities that you have been working on, or new things you're working on?
I don't even say I really work on things. I just sort of be still and just work on myself, and any stuff just sort of come to me, and I just learn about them and have them all connect. Like astrology, I might read about it, but I'll also be still and observe and feel and let to see what come my way about it. Also observe that sign. I'm like, okay, I pick up information on it. So I'm into some understanding how each zodiac sign we go through and the people, what they teach me to understand about them. Same thing regarding wellness. I might research that, then I experiment with it, and I'm like, okay, this actually works. Yeah. So, so that's sort of a thing of nature I do. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to put all this stuff up. Found numbers so interesting. They carry so many messages. They can be found in so many ways. Yes, definitely.
Mhm.
Not just the clock, but license plates. We see those all the time. Well, most
Yeah.
of us see those all the time.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Oops, can't do tonight. Oh, forgot that it'll be the event at Botanical Gardens this evening. So Dawn is busy tonight, unfortunately. Lester
Uh,
told me Niagara Falls was beautiful, and he was right. Everyone should go at least once.
yeah, I like to go again. It is a nice thing.
Got to keep the spouse happy, happy spouse, happy house. Yes.
Yeah,
Understood.
yeah.
Well, at least it's not going to rain tonight. Knock on wood, right?
Yeah, that's a plus. Anything possible.
Yeah. Lester also has great interpretation skills when given symbols and in readings. Wow.
Well, thank you, Harley.
You had also told me before, and I have the shirt on right now. As you
Okay.
can see, it has words on. It is in a symbol of an owl.
Oh,
And you had told me before to write words in a symbol in symbols.
yeah.
And I started to do it with an Ankh, but it just didn't work well. I'm wondering, and
Yeah.
you being an engineer, would AI be able, if I put it and
Oh,
put the words in down and then say, can you put this in a Ankh symbol?
well,
Would
you
that
you
work?
could also do it more intimate way where you just draw out of arc and write in the stuff.
Well, I did, but it
Oh,
just I couldn't fit it.
oh,
What?
just draw a big onk then,
Huh?
or draw another big onk and probably tape it onto it or so.
Oh, okay. It
Yeah.
just yeah.
There's even writing is a form of spirituality because there's an intimacy between hand-eye coordination and thought and let your instincts go. It's a very spiritual. It's a very spiritual moment when you learn to like just write and draw things out, especially using your hands.
Right.
Yeah.
I do channel writing.
Mhm.
I call it, I mean, they call it many different things, but free
Yeah.
writing basically.
Yeah.
So I do that, but I haven't been able to do it in a symbol, and I want to do it in the symbol. So I just have to keep working at it, I guess. I
No,
just got frustrated when I was trying to write it out. I was like, dang it.
no, I understand. Yeah, but there's a big intimacy in spirituality when you actually draw something or use your hands more to do something. It sort of is a more spiritual connection and oneness with it.
Yeah. I mean, I do like writing. I just,
Yeah.
recently I need to be careful with,
Okay. I totally understand in that case. Yeah.
yeah. But it wasn't recently that I tried the symbols, but
Okay.
yeah, I've got to go back to it. I think they, that's one of the reasons why I have this injury, need to
Yeah.
pay attention, use it or lose it sort of thing.
Oh, I totally understand that.
So it's like start using it again. Yes, I've noticed that in Tuesday class when we've done collective reading exercises. What? Okay. Not sure what she meant by that, but okay.
Probably the intimacy of like writing or so.
Oh, okay.
Really.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think that's when she had made that response to.
yeah. Well, and I hope you were able to read what I sent you today. So I
Yeah.
meant to do it last night. I just
Nah, it's no worries. I could take a look at it and
yeah.
let you know.
If you can't, I can always type it up.
Okay.
But that's my what I write down when I'm thinking of it. Okay. So what else we have? Oh, have you looked into shamanism, druidism, any of those different
Not
systems?
too much Druidism, a little bit, because many people don't know the Druids was actually part of the ancient Egyptian or Kemetic Empire. So something connected with that I did, but the other stuff I really
Hmm.
haven't too much. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to delve into it. And I know they talk about shamanism in Egypt and
Yeah, in a different way though. They talked about it in a different light. Yeah.
yeah,
They
and then
all connected. They're just how they present it or so or something.
yes, exactly.
Mm.
What? I was referring to Lester's interpretation of symbols. Okay.
Ah.
Oh, all right. Okay. Throws me off, but that's okay. Um, so you really haven't delved into it.
Not
Now
to.
the are you drawn in by Egyptian symbols and
Yeah, that's one of the things that cultures that really gravitate towards me is a ancient Kemetic one. Reason so being back in New York and being in the Afro central community is one of the big reasons why I'm heavily drawn to it. So outside that, other cultures I might learn. Open to. I did a little bit of like the South Americans, um, ancient cultures, but even those too is actually part of ancient Egypt. Also, they just break up and change the name so that way you won't really know things. The Mayans, they were part of it also too, as many people know but might not know. America was really the original ancient Egypt. What you see over there in Africa is just a copy they made for when the fall was going to come. But that's another story in itself too.
I was referring to Lester's. Wait, there was
Yeah,
something else that just popped up. I'm sorry. How long? I don't know why it hasn't popped up. There it goes. Wait a second. I keep going. Strange things are happening in here. That is weird because she posted, Lester, how long have you done tarot? Did you learn on your own?
I had a few people taught me it in the past, but I didn't really start understanding it on my own until probably 2 years ago. Probably in like I probably say started going to Tina's class. I guess because being an Aquarius, you get answers tapping into like a collective group, so that have sort of started to help me to really like I guess embrace my own interpretation of the cards, and then from there I sort of be able to do that. And I also watch a few other tarot readers. I used to watch a few others of them and get their interpretation of the card. I'm like, okay, this is how they see this card, and then put it in my mental bank for when I get a reading. I could probably use that one too. So, say about probably for like 2 years. 2 years I've been sort of on my own, understanding, learning, and make my own judgment off of it. Yeah.
Harley, can you post another thing in the chat, Don? Because I did not get the last one in the chat, but it is popping up in the overview. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the chat. So if everybody can type real quick, just a hello or what have you. This does happen sometimes, but checking. I'm also going to check and see if we've got, check my personal page. So JT, if you're still around, I'm going to go check my personal page, see what's going on there, because things are not popping up correctly in the chat right now. So I want to check on the pages. Okay, that one's taken care of. I go one more. Now, did you, oh, you didn't get your TikTok on. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Okay. So, on anything else, have you mainly taught yourself? You're very into stones. You understand the stones and what they
Yeah,
meant.
crystals was one of the first things I got into as far as getting into this spiritual community. I was like, first was probably numerology, and then I could probably say, yeah, and then crystals was probably about the second or third thing. I got into crystals once came to New Mexico, and then back in 2011 to 12. Actually, no, actually 2013 is when I got into it. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Thanks. Just want to make sure what's going on here, because the one that you put in for tarot did not show up on the restream chat, but it showed up in the interview. hardly.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what's going on.
Hmm.
Are we in retrograde right now?
We have a few planets in retrograde. Pluto just went direct, I think, yesterday or so. So I
Yeah.
had posted a video of that on basically on my Facebook and on my TikTok and IG. And we have Neptune. I know we have Saturn. Let me go check real quick.
Hey, Kurti.
Yeah,
I hope
we have Uranus. We have we have Uranus in retrograde. We have Neptune. We have Chiron. We also we're gonna have Jupiter coming up. Oh,
wow,
we're gonna
that'd be powerful.
Jupiter come up next month,
Okay.
and Mercury too is coming up next month also.
Oh, that's true. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Yeah, thank God Mercury is not going to be around Christmas time to 10 years. It'll be around Thanksgiving, so that's a bit better.
Yes, and herbs. Yes, you do know a lot about herbs and um, give great advice on self care. I mean, you're very helpful when it comes to anything like that. Sarah, are you and Lester doing a show?
Yeah.
Yes. Why? Could you explain the cosmically connected?
Well, it's basically going to be where both of us put our knowledge and talents together to work together to produce a show where I know little bits of things regarding like astrology, numerology, like personal wellness, and also other parts of metaphysics. And then when it comes and extraterrestrials too, I know a little bit about it. But when it comes to that on a more deeper level, that's where Sarah come in because she knows the extraterrestrial stuff, and she could do. She's very great at channeling art too, where she could draw out your guide or experience to help you explain something, and also and also great at doing other spiritual things, but I'm not well equipped at. She will supplement for that. So
You guys make good partners.
yeah.
Um, and Kurti, I know you're on YouTube. I don't know. I've never received messages from YouTube. Do you get, Kurti, do you go on Facebook at all? Please let me know. Kurti's been going through a few things, and I would like to get her, her and her husband's numbers so
Okay.
that we can do their readings. Will you be doing readings or like a podcast?
It was more of like posting videos and going from there, but eventually we plan to do stuff live. Like, hey, we've got like a live format and talk about a certain topic, and we have people come in and shoot comments, ask questions. So that's how the format will go.
Okay. Kurti, could you go to Facebook and then send me a message with, I'm talking your numbers, your and your husband's numbers. So I'm talking about
Mm.
month, and I don't want you to do it on here. Uh, month, day, and year of birth.
Yeah, but we got to keep in mind too. We are in the universal 9 year, so 9 deals with completion, endings. It also deals with going over lessons and experience you had the previous 8 years and revisit them to see what have you learned and have you grown from them. And then we're also in the year of the snake too, which is all about shedding and transformation within the self too. And you know what they say, the last few years of snakes, we had like big economic changes in this country or so. So anything is a rough year. And is it's a rough year.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to put that. I want to put this one up there.
Hmm.
And please tell us about herbs a little
Um,
bit more. I mean, I've got Claudine, and she talks about it too. But
Yeah, I'm not the best at it or medical expert or expertise or so,
no,
but I mean, it's just upon my culture growing from my family being from the Caribbean, so there's certain herbs I know, and then being from New York is also some stuff I learned from other people too, and then research and experiment in my own. It's like, okay, I researched this and I use this, it actually works for me, so I could tell somebody else, and then they try it. So I'm like, okay, so I mean, herbs and plants are powerful. I mean, if you have plants around your house and you have dark forces coming at you, plants do help protect you from them. So sometimes they might take the brunt of it or so. So all the plants are very special.
Hello, Tina. Welcome in. When Tina Fitzgerald, I want to make sure everybody knows who I'm talking about. And Kevin says, for me personally, 9 years have always been rife with change, and this one is no different.
Yeah. Being a yep, and they always bring changes. The last one was what 2016, and that was a rough year because that was a leap year. Leap years are special years, so
Oh,
leap year and a 9 year. Yeah.
hello, Kurti. Now, I want to put her on here so you guys see Kurti's name and know how to spell it, please. So, wanted to show you that. So, I'm waiting. If you can message me on Facebook, and that way I have your numbers. Yes. And Sarah, I'm so glad you're doing better. I hope it's continuing too. Oh, I didn't want you to put it on here, sweetie. Get that off. I got the I got it, but you need to take that off. Yeah, you need to remove that, delete that post. Oh, spiritual journey started the spiritual
Yeah,
journey.
I can see that because 2016 was a special year. That for a lot of people, I know either was a year of hell or was a year of like greatness. But being that being a leap year special. I remember 2016, a lot of people have broken up. Like I remember a lot of marriages, relationships. Just, woo.
Um,
But yeah,
yeah.
that was around the same time too, where people started to be a lot more open, talking about like metaphysics and spirituality, this nature online. Like it was a lot of postings openly, so not a coincidence.
Um, Kurti, I need you to take the numbers down. Did you get the numbers um, that she gave you? Can you see the numbers for Kurti?
Let's see. For
Kurti.
for oh,
Abhi is the other person. The first one is Kurti's. The second one is Abby's. Abhi's. Oh, pain with my back now, and in the last few days because I have. Oh wow, I have messaged you. Okay, thank you. Um,
mhm. Okay, yeah, I go to Harley's question. Yeah, leap years are special years. They have a lot of power to them. Cause that extra day brings in a lot of power for that year.
okay.
Yeah, if you're spiritual, leap years and holiday times might not be the most grandeur time for you, depending. But yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I've messaged you. Okay, I'm not seeing the message. I don't know if you messaged my personal or Love Riot. I'll have to check. Okay, but we already have your numbers. And Tina, we will get with you in a minute. Can you, Tina? Can you message me through Facebook of your numbers, and we'll work on the pain in your back too, because I know you've had pain before, so I'll work on that.
She had
Oh, I'm
pain.
Love Right. Thank you.
She had
Hmm?
pain. She had pain prior to moving.
Yes, she's in pain with my back now and the last few days because I have moved. She's had pain previously, but it was it a continuous one, or did this move exasperate your?
Well, we were in a year to snake, so with all that energy coming in, she probably might want to be able to try stretching if she could.
Your birth numbers. Yeah, and he's saying stretching it because, yeah, and I was wondering why my back was hurting earlier.
Yeah,
Um,
really. Yeah, if all this light coming in, you want to start stretching, or else it'll just get. Oh, uh, that could be it too.
yeah, and I had back surgery prior to um, back in 2014. She had surgery,
Okay.
so I know she's had back problems. Okay, and I'm going to check my Love Riot real quick. Well, you've already given us the number, so
Mhm.
okay. Oh yes, I've been doing that too, the stretching.
Yeah, I need to get to that myself.
Is it prominent on your left side, right side, or center, Tina, right now? But yeah, if you could text me your birth numbers, and you can read you on that, and then we can work on the other thing. Herbs for back. While we were talking about herbs and walked away from it, what
Yeah,
would you suggest for?
I don't know much earth for back, but I know for inflammation, dandelion works. I think ginger work for inflammation too. Um, what else? I know some countries they'll take peppers or so and wrap it around certain joints, or they'll take cabbage too to help with that. I mean, it said I'm not a medical expert, but it's just things I've researched, seen culture people do. So I think about it, they'll do that.
Okay.
But better today, nothing is more powerful than using your mind and actually envisioning it actually healed. Along with fasting too, could help because fasting help regenerate the body. So there's some things that some research and people have spoken about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, anti-inflammatory stuff.
Yeah.
Have you iced it down? And remember, no ice directly on the skin. Even ice packs should not be directly on the skin. Um, and ice reduces the inflammation, and heat helps it flow, helps the blood flow better. Oh, you heard the same about cabbage? Hmm. What do you think about cabbage? Because I know you.
I never tried cabbage, but I've seen it online for many years. People use it as far as like for joint pain and all that stuff.
I'm on YouTube. Okay, thank you.
That's good.
Not sure which one she sent it to. Okay, going back and forth for this information. Okay. Okay, we got two at Love Riot. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put in Curti. We already had Curti. Did we? You haven't read Curti yet.
No.
Okay. Did you get her
Yeah, you're typing right
numbers?
now.
Hmm?
You're typing right now.
Yeah, but did you get her numbers yet already, or
No.
no? Okay, she had put them in the
Oh yeah,
chat as well. Huh?
I didn't pay attention to it.
Okay. Okay. This is Curti's. And the next one is Abby's. Abby's.
Okay. Well, there are three, so off the bat, they carry that creative energy and childlike energy, and many things. Downside, curiosity might lead them in the wrong path, and so does indecisiveness. But then let's add it 5 + 2 1 +1 9 7. Oopsie. So they are life path 6. So tending to the home, family, love to cook, could be great cooks. Same time, like I said, you gotta watch your temper. It could be a huge procrastinator, lazy, especially towards things that ain't out there, the interest. And then with 7, next, she's a Gemini. Okay.
Ha-
So,
um, you mean the first one? So that's
yeah, yeah, with the one who's a Gemini. No,
yeah.
yeah, it's
So
Gemini. Yeah,
3. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, for the person following them, there are 7, life path 5, and the 1 and 6 have power to it. So they could too have they have some energies of the 6 and the 1 in them, but there's 7. So that being said, being a 7, yeah, you could be a great visionary. You have great skills at speaking, good at mathematics, very spiritual. Downside, you can go into depressive episodes by thinking too deeply into things, and anxiety also, and could be a big loner. So those some parts being a 7, but you have a 5 life path, so it could be some confusion there. Like, hey, I want to be alone, but I also want to be free and mingle. So that's that part. The other person, Tina, she's an 8, so we explain the 8 there. That's that God power and material manifester.
And Tina, you and Angie are both 8s, just so you know.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of 8s. A lot of 8s.
yeah. So she's an 8-3. So yeah, name like Tina, she'll probably talk about a lot of things that interest her, but might only just come off as caring about what she knows. But same time with a 3, like again, like could be a master, could be have knowledge about a lot of things or so. Same time, creative energy, childlike, might come very childlike at time. So yeah,
Childlike at times. Hmm.
yeah.
I think yeah, this back thing is
Uh,
bugging me. So when I asked um, where it was at, Tina, I don't know if you. Oh, so it's
well,
picking.
I looked at her life path. She's in the 7th personal year.
Okay.
So with Tina, this probably might be a year she found herself being more to herself. Since her birthday, being more to herself, doing a lot more reflection, contemplation on her life, and probably dwelling more into her spirituality. And maybe things that she probably working on might want to perfect them, but at the same time, you don't want to be too much to yourself where you get into depressive or anxiety episodes. So trying to not mingle with people.
Okay.
What Harley had asked about using numerology,
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. Well, yeah, there are numerology. You can use numerology with your personal year or with the university to see if that might be a year where you might get going and moving. But if you also want to know if you also want to know where it might be a great destination for you to live or move, one something to look into is astrocartography that uses like the day and time you're born, and it actually tells where you actually would be the perfect place for you, and where a place might not be great for you. Like for me, oddly enough, I had somebody do it for me, and the best place for me was to go was a line that was cutting through New Mexico, Cruces, El Paso, area, going into Albuquerque and Phoenix, and surprisingly, I moved to both these places. So it was pretty interesting when they did it for me. Like, oh shit! I'm like, yeah, I had a dream to go. This is where I should have been living, and that came up.
Good. And let's see. Told to ask that body part what it needs. Yes, yes, definitely. But it's screaming out and holding some kind of emotional trauma to ask
Yeah,
what it needs.
yeah, I don't remember what the lower back holds. I forgot. Each organ or body part holds certain type of emotion in the back.
Yeah.
I think the lower back is usually with finances and security, but I don't remember too well.
And yes, I appreciate that too, Kevin. Another rabbit hole.
Yeah.
All these different things to do. Now, human design, Harley does, there's certain charts that will show you what your environment should be. And mine said mountains. I wonder why. And I've been in the desert a very long time. So it's time to get moving out of here. Not right away. Don't know when. And I'm glad you were talking about year 7 because it's a seventh year for me.
Yeah.
Like you said, it starts at your birthday, right?
Yeah.
So, um, now as far as your nutrition, your what you eat,
Yeah.
are you more of a vegetarian or?
I try to stick to not excess amounts of meat. I try to keep it sort of minimal. Yeah, when we eat too much meat, it puts you more in a heavy masculine energy and it keeps you more grounded. Meanwhile, if you're more of a vegetarian or fruit eater or eat plants, it keeps you more in that feminine aspect. It's like you tap more into your femininity. So, which is nothing wrong. Both sides are needed, but when you're more in femininity, you're more at peace, relax, and you're able to be tap into more oneness.
Oh, very good, because I'm glad you said that, um, Sarah. And the food, because every once in a while I feel I have to have some meat. I get a craving for meat, and I usually don't.
Uh, it could be maybe you need some aggression to move on something. Maybe it could just be like where you have the meat in your system, so it's like sort of craving. The parasites are craving more and more for that. It could be a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to just stop and see what your soul really wants.
Well, and when you injure yourself, it seems like the meat craving is to help build back the muscles. At least
Yeah,
that's,
yeah, yeah. It depends on your genetics, though. Some genetics actually really need the meat for that. Some don't.
yeah. And I
Yeah,
don't always when I get
yeah.
injured or
Hmm.
if I get sick, it would be definitely vegetables, very light foods, very a lot of broth. I don't. I'm in vegetable broth and anything I can get. Ever since I was a young girl, I had visions of people and things that will happen. It's given me a chance to warn them both of it. Okay. Yeah, so that's great. And thanks about the shoulder thing. I've been told to focus on the part of the body like you were talking earlier and finding out what it needs. I haven't utilized it fully yet, but I am working on it. So I'm a vegetarian, so to achieve balance, I should eat meat. I can now justify buffalo wings in my diet.
Yeah, yeah. Chicken is not a bird you're really supposed to be eating, but if you want to, I mean, we live in an environment that's not the best, so it's like you really cannot escape these things. But if, hey, I understand, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, buffaloes are were originally created in New York too, so you represent that one in them.
And I think he's near that area, so
Oh yeah, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, buffalo wings actually were created in Buffalo, New York.
yeah. Yeah, Nashville hot and all this other stuff. So
Yeah,
I lived in Nashville. I didn't know anything about the heat back then, or that kind of food back then. But
I understand.
okay, we're bouncing all over the place. But I mean, I really do appreciate the information you've given me before on plants. And I
Yeah.
won't just say herbs, it's all plants that you have come in contact with. You do a lot of research on what you put in your body,
Mhm.
what you study, of course.
Mhm.
So you do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And what stands out I don't know if it's numerology or what, but what stands out to you most?
I don't even know. I just dabble a little bit of everything. Like what I said, jack of all trades, but master of none. Is that a saying?
That is a set. That is a
Yeah,
set.
you sort of say that's something of myself. Yeah.
Now, have you looked at your human design chart?
No, I haven't looked at it yet.
Okay. Yeah, to me, you can't.
Hmm.
I mean, hearing manifesting generator or a projector, splenic projector.
Hmm.
I'm thinking more now. There's so much to you right now that it's hard. I think it's manifesting generator. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Sometime if you get a chance that we can that I can run that for you and see what I get for it. I would love to.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. And I know I've sent that out to you guys if you wanted to do that. I'm not taking the class right now. Um, Stop taking that class because of family, I wouldn't say trauma, but
Yeah.
family happenings.
Mhm.
So I definitely want to do more of that if you do want it. Yes, you must look at that HD chart. Um, I have Kevin's, and so I can always look at Kevin's. His is a pretty neat one, but the most fascinating one I've read so far, besides my brother's, is Jess, because she's not supposed to be what she is. So I always like that. I always like rare people. And to me, you're very rare because you have so much knowledge. And I have a feeling that a lot of this knowledge has come to you from past lives. And you
I,
talked about past lives earlier.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't really try to go out looking for this information. I always try to look, hey, how could I make some side money? And it's like wall. And it's like, oh shit, I don't know, can't find out how to make side money. Other people I know, but here I get these random information that's randomly come to me. I'm like, okay. So yeah, it's a lot like that. I've learned a lot through going through trials and tribulations, but also I'll be trying to research it, like how could I advance myself financially? And it's like spirit just hands me, here's some knowledge, or it might seem so random. People might look, how what the hell I do with this shit? And I'm like, okay, okay. Like I think I told you. Oh yeah, I remember this was about probably 2 months ago. I think I talked to you and Sarah about this. Where I was talking to one of my friends down here, and I'm like, my whole life, a lot of my life, I always tried out how to make side money, but it said the universe always gave me knowledge, and it hit me, oh shit, I should be using my knowledge as a way to create some source of income. And I'm like,
Mhm.
wow, it took me like 15 years to realize that. That's a long time. I'm like, I've been trying to find ways to make a few bucks inside outside of the corporate world. I'm like, it took me 15 years to realize that. So I'm like, yeah, that's sort of how it came about.
And I
So
like how Sarah put this too, his ability to put it all together in a different perspective so you can understand it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, y'all definitely taught me some stuff about myself today because I didn't know this about myself until y'all start saying this in the chat. So I definitely appreciate it.
And I see Lester as a magician with a cloak and hood with a wand in his hand, putting all the right ingredients in the cauldron to manifest the outcome.
Mm.
She's very intuitive too. And she also has help with her horses as well. So
Yeah, she's an Aquarius, so I could imagine.
and you're Aquarius too, right?
Yeah, I'm Aquarius.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ruled by Saturn, so Aquarius is in Capricorns and then Libra because Saturn ascends in Libra. Usually might have sometimes the hardest lessons to learn and delays because Saturn wants you to be, hey, I'm the ultimate father, so I want you to be the straight disciplinarian and ethical in how you go about stuff. And nines too, 7, 8, and nines, they're also Saturnian numbers too.
Oh,
So they
okay.
carry that type of power also. Like, yeah, well, you want to be careful what you do to people because the karma might come back a bit heavier. So
And KK says back in the day, a true master knew all sorts of subjects, not just one. Just like in Egypt, a true architect knew math, atmospheric cycles, astrology, astronomy, art, natural designs, loading, and etc.
yeah, that's actually true. This type of system living today is sort of dumbed down and categorized people. Meanwhile, if people back then so know a little bit of everything, sadly, yeah. Funny you mention that because I am like a architect by degree, so I guess you're tapping in. Yeah.
And cosmically very true, he has a way of seeing beyond what is said or shown,
Mm.
the interpretation behind what is said. Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, there was something that just came up about it all. The Egyptians, and you talked about Egyptians even before she got in here.
Mhm.
And I have the Ankh in there. The reason I have this one on, Lepidolite, which one is it? Yeah. Anyway, this stone is helping heal my injuries. So, and it
Oh, okay.
has worked very well. And you talked about stones.
Yeah.
Love coming to the Tucson Stone Show.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, that's a pretty good popular one for many people around the world. Don't know how that might go next February with everything going on globally, sadly, but it's a very great show to check out internationally.
Um, so, do they have one in other states that you've been to?
Yeah. You could go online and type in gem shows. There's a website where they'll show you all the ones going on in each state throughout the one. My personal favorites are usually the ones that they have in Tucson, and then the ones in New Mexico, like Albuquerque. But the one in Tucson is a lot bigger, and people talk about the Colorado one, but from my experience, those, if you're looking to get a better deal, those are a lot better. But Colorado, I was told, is a pretty big and popular one too. The one I think in Denver they have, yeah.
And
Many
it
places.
happened a couple weeks ago, I think, the one in Colorado.
I can't remember. I just know it's a very popular one. A lot of people from around the country actually go there to buy and sell also.
Okay. But you haven't made it that one.
Yeah,
You
but
just
Tucson.
made it to the two?
Yeah, I've only been to a gem show in Tucson. I've been to one in Albuquerque. Been to one in Cruces when they had it some years back, and I've been to one in El Paso when they had one 10 years ago. But I think Albuquerque and Tucson are only ones close by that actually be having that type of stuff.
Yeah. Now the quartzite one is before the Tucson one, correct?
Courtside, I think you go there anytime. I'm not too familiar with it. I know people go there too, but I'm not too familiar.
Okay, because they have a gym show, and I'm almost positive it's right before the one
Tucson.
in Tucson. Yeah,
Okay, so that's probably in January then.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I know Mesa has one in January. Usually the first weekend in January they have one.
You're better off going to one in Tucson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this one is just small. It's at the MCC Mesa Community College parking lot, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's a nice one, and it's kind of like right after the holidays,
Mhm.
so they don't make that big of a deal. But I think they're trying to offload a lot of the things they don't want to carry to Tucson,
Okay.
and then so they can get more things at Tucson and then
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes
make
sense.
it for the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Quartzsite is about too, is getting rid of what they don't want to carry. But
Makes
that's
sense.
just me.
Yeah.
So, do you utilize the stones in practices or in rituals or anything else?
Mainly more for grounding. I use them for a lot of people always want to, from my experience, always want to go for the amethyst and the lapis and all those type of stones. Where if you're not really grounded, then it might be a little detrimental. So, especially with everything on the world, I always try to keep hematite is usually one of my favorite ones to use, especially the magnetic one because it helps you ground. If you also have blood issues, the magnetic hematite will help with that, with anemia. Because from
Oh,
my experiences, I've gave people who are females who had like menstrual issues or so, I'll give them like a magnetic bracelet or necklace, and all of a sudden they'll be like, "Hey, usually during a cycle I can't move, but I'm actually able to get up and do stuff." So yeah, and yeah. So I mean, another one is like tiger eye. It's another one you want to use. Outside that, play amethyst too, because amethyst is good for protecting the heart. And if you like drinking, amethyst is usually lets you know, like, hey, I think you're at your threshold. You may want to slow down a bit. So
yeah, I love that, Sarah. Thank you.
yeah,
Arcturian starseed.
yeah, yeah. Looking at Angie's post, Pisces, Aquarius, and Capricorn. Yeah, Aquarius and Capricorn, both Saturn placement. Universe really wants you to be an actual teacher and also a big daddy to people too. Capricorn is a big daddy energy, and Aquarius is like the teacher or the manifestor, director of knowledge. So yeah. And then you have Pisces, which is good at illusions and dreams, but also they know how to spit games. So there's a lot going on there, but good luck to you. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, it's she's got a very unique mix of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those three and your big three, you use them wisely. It could take you very far. Only problem is Saturn usually pum. Like okay, you're not on track. Pum. Like you need to be focused, disciplined. Yeah.
What is going on here? Wow. I'm sorry, the chat is going very strange for me today. Yes, yes, Victor is a Lyran starseed. Lyran. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to star seeds, do you refer to Sarah? Because she's
Yeah, she's more knowledgeable about it than I am. I mean, I'm learning about it about myself. So I'm like, oh, okay, this stuff makes sense. But yeah, a lot of ancient cultures too. There were also ETs also, but that's another story for itself. Yeah, Saturn is the big daddy energy. That's what Saturn is, big daddy. Capricorn, that's you want to learn how to you want to learn how to be a father or so, or get into that father energy. Watch a Capricorn. Yeah, they'll tell you what to do about order, discipline, structure. If they're in their higher nature, and their lower nature, not so great. Have a lot of vices and could be undisciplined, etc. Stuff like that. Yeah,
well.
yeah. Saturn works. Saturn and Virgos, they work. Work. And Capricorn is like to think big projects, big real estate, big ventures. That's how. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I only know one Capricorn, strong Capricorn throughout my life. As far as a father figure, definitely don't see that.
Yeah, is most like with numerology and astrology, there's a higher signs, and then there's a higher sign and a lower side to each number on each side. But a lot of people operate in the lower side, but the only way to get to the higher nature of it is by mastering and realizing all the lower nature you have of it to sort of rise above it, and that can be difficult. And with a Saturn placement, from my own experience, I've been lucky, but I know from experiencing it, it's a very hard sign to have because you'll have delay after delay after delay, setback after setback. Okay, you work hard on something, you fail, while other people may put in half the effort, they're going forward. But Saturn wants you to be like a disciplinarian, they want to be ethical, they want you to really appreciate the craft. So it can be a very difficult sign to really have if you have a Saturn placement in your chart or so.
My Saturn placement is in Capricorn.
Oh, so interesting. So it's teaching you about discipline, teach you about maybe you want to create big ventures, but there might be setbacks on the way. You'll get through it, but it wants you to be the disciplinarian. So I get, as you can say, as you go through that road of all the setbacks and holdbacks and all that stuff, it builds up your actual inner strength when you have to go through that, still keep moving to get to where you need to be. So, and it really teaches you about the stuff too along the way. It teaches you about other things and how before you get to this interest. So that's what I say. It's not an easy thing to really have. But
Yeah. Where is your Saturn?
Mine is in Capricorn too. Yeah.
9 and Capricorn. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Saturn, Capricorn. Wow. Yeah. Um, and I mean, there's so many subjects to talk to you about. I don't think we could delve into anyone fully with
Yeah.
the knowledge that you have. But I want to go back to past lives. We keep skipping over it. And I think a lot of that does come back to whatever happened previously. I
Mm-hmm.
know most of us do not bring anything with us, but like you said, you keep getting downloads anytime you ask.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I said, you're going to find
Yeah.
whatever you need, you
Yeah.
will find. And I wasn't thinking downloads, I was thinking physical stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, spiritual downloads are just the finds you needed too. Yep,
Mhm.
yep, yep. Lester, you're saying that about all the setbacks I heard. It's a hard knock for life for us.
Yep. Aquarius, Saturn, and then Libra placements. Yeah, Saturn would teach you it. Except with Aquarius, you might come a little creepy or weirdo to people. Oh my god. But that's another story.
Okay. So I keep getting delayed or deferred away from past lives unless you have these photos that Sarah's talking about actually
Um,
have past lives.
Past life stuff. I, I mean, I don't really. I know a bits about it. You could look at some people in their face, and you could sort of see where their past life happened. You could see the layer or the what do you call it, the layer of the figurette or so for the other past being literally on their face. Like some
Oh,
people, I could look at them. I'm like, oh wow, like you could tell they were ancient Kemetic or they belong to like ancient Mayan because their face look exactly like it or
ah,
so. Yeah, even a lot of celebrities too. Like there's one with KRS-One. I don't know if people know the rapper KRS-One from the '80s. There's actually it was like a bus from like an Egyptian pharaoh that looked exactly like it. And I was like,
oh
oh,
wow.
I was like, wow, yeah. So, but he's into this type of stuff too. He talk about ancient knowledge also too, so it makes sense.
Okay.
But about past lives, I usually just look at what people do. Like, hey, like if you always wear these certain type of things for costumes, okay, that might be telling you about what you did in your past life, like Halloween or so. If you have an ancient culture that always gravitate towards you naturally, that might tell you about your past life too. Or you always if you or things you're very big into, that's to speak a lot about that type of stuff too.
Oh wow. Kevin is the same 3 as well. Oof.
Yeah.
Um, but what about your past lives?
I mean, I've been told to have ancient Kemetic or Egyptian background, and I've realized that to my dreams. Yeah, that sort of makes sense, and those type of things always just naturally come to me, like where I just always find stuff of that culture where I'm gravitate toward. I'm like, okay, this is explaining part of it. So,
Okay.
so
And
yeah.
then, but do you feel you're getting any? Or, okay. First question is: did you feel drawn towards Egypt before or after you discovered you have an Egyptian?
Oh, that was sort of before. That was before. I don't
Okay.
know. I was always into the pyramids, but it didn't make sense to me until I came to Arizona and this lady. Maybe some of y'all in the chat probably met her at Everything Just Rocks. Judith Magnolia, forgot her name.
Oh, okay.
She sometimes, yeah, she told me like, yeah, I have a past life because you saw rings that I had was a pyramid and an ankh. Like, yeah, I had a past life where I'm at the ancient Egypt and I was a king and a pharaoh, and I was one of the original people there and all that stuff, and then something happened. I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense to a dream I had months prior of Yu-Gi-Oh. So, which Yu-Gi-Oh is a cartoon based off that. So that's when I started to really understand that stuff and look a little deeper into it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. So that was Egypt. Um,
yeah,
and you seem to continue that.
yeah.
No, I wouldn't say fascination, but um, connection to
Mhm.
Egypt even now. And because I
Yeah.
know keep thinking of the Ankh. that I have right there, and I should have put it on today, but I have to heal my body first before I can put that back on.
I mean, yeah. Well, America, like I said, America is ancient Egypt. They have ancient Egypt architecture all around you in this country. All
Yeah,
that world stuff you see, like all these buildings you see in DC and like in like parts of like Buffalo and all stuff. That is, if you study architecture, that is really ancient Egyptian architecture.
yeah.
They put the symbols of Osiris on there and all that stuff. Some of them have the lotus flower. Yeah.
Thank you, KK. I haven't made it back to Egypt in any of mine yet. I've stayed north of Mediterranean for the most part. And I have a past life as druid guy. Yeah, I get the druid and shamanism. And to me, I know they are different, but to me, they blend. It just depends on where you were in your past life. Um, so
I
that,
could definitely see that. So he probably was an ancient Egyptian pharaoh. So, well, to speaking to KK.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Many people don't know, but the pharaohs actually were the master teachers and they went to teach other people the sorcery, the magic, the farming, the building. And then those builders or architects will go on and do the layout work and all that stuff. Yeah.
Now, what about these photos that Sarah's talking about? Are there special photos that you have? Now, I know you have photos um, that you showed Sarah to begin with that showed your starseed connections.
I would never really got into photos until I have actually had have seen this photo of myself. This was when I was hiking in Arizona and
Oh, wow.
in South by South Mountain or so. And all of a sudden, I just asked my friend to just take a picture of me, and then take a picture to see the light just shoot right straight through my hand.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Wow.
anything. Yeah, this is my Facebook profile, but I've never seen nothing like that before. It's like real dense and heavy. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I started to be a bit more observant of actual pictures.
That's like a Star Wars.
Yeah, I know it was interesting. I'm like, oh, I guess my hand is happening in the right place. So yeah, since then I've been looking at pictures and yeah, and I come to realize the more and more you fast and you sort of like be more to yourself, it increases your light connection to source. Yeah, pictures could tell a lot. The first time I've got into pictures was when I was in Albuquerque for 1 year. This lady, they were into this type of stuff where they take a picture of you, then they say, "Hey, I can see you have this golden light and this stuff around you," but I didn't really. So, but I was like 7 years ago, but I didn't really start understanding about it until like probably 2 years ago. Yeah.
You're holding your magic wand. Okay,
Yeah.
about 2 years ago.
And I think there's another one I could probably show. Let's see.
Now, we started earlier today, so we will be ending early today because Lester has place to be. So we only have a couple minutes left. And I love it. I really appreciate you coming in. I know I asked you at the last minute, but I was drawn to you. We were talking back and forth, and it's like, no, Lester needs to be the one to be on here. Now, next week I've got Missy of Missy's Mysteries coming, and I will be posting a flyer on that soon. So, do you have your picture? Another picture?
Yeah, 1 second.
You also, Harley says, you also have shown our class amazing photos that you've captured of the sun. Yeah, and taking pictures of the sun, guys, I mean, it might seem strange, but you can see all sorts of things when you do that. I've done it. When I was up in Sedona, the sun looked like an eye instead of regular sun. When I'm down here, it looks regular. So it's very different.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second.
Anytime, Kevin. And thank you for coming in, Kevin. I know you're working. So appreciate it. Okie dokie. Well, hold on just a second. We're hoping to get this
Yeah.
another picture up.
Real quick.
And Angie, did you want somebody to join you tonight? If you're still here, Angie.
Okay. Yeah. It was this picture I had. I don't know if y'all could see it, but it was like a slight rainbow that's like right here, like color. So you can zoom in on it. But you might see it there by on the side of my beard. There's like that rainbow color. That was the first picture.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first picture I got where that actually really sort of made me understood, like, oh shit, I'm getting connected. Yeah, it was right after I got fired from my job. I took this picture. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, it probably was meant to be because now I'm detached from that. It allowed me to fully connect.
And you were talking about a dream you had recently.
Yeah, this was back in 2022. I think it was September.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one I showed y'all, that was like July 2023. But this was the first one that sort of maybe understood about pictures and connection.
Yeah, there is a rainbow right to the left of his face, right along his beard.
Yeah.
And you capture it later and then just make it larger and you'll be able to see it better. And that was from Liz McIntyre. And Liz is also part of the Monday night thing. And Miss Sarah says your photos have progressed and now his guide chosen his photos. So your guides choose them. So that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard because of the phone's glass made it hard to see. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, I will add his information back into the description, and
Yeah.
then we'll have that.
You can add Sarah's too, along with
Yeah, I can get Sarah's in there too. Okay. So that way you'll be able to contact him. It's not a bow, it's more like a line. Yes, it's definitely a line. But it shows the colors and it's very specific. So remember, there's money at the end of the rainbow. So
yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could say one thing before we go. As someone who research health and there's other people, one thing you do for your health is outside of drinking good quality water, I say citrus and chlorophyll could be very useful as we in this like spiritual time. So that's just something to keep in mind. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I don't know if Don will be on tomorrow. I know he won't be on tonight. And I will be back on Friday with with Scott. And Friday evening is Friday Night Live Happy Hour with Sarah and Bonnie. Saturday, not sure if Susan's going to be back or not. She's getting back from her cruise. And Sunday, Miss Bonnie will be back with Jess for Psychic Sunday in the morning. So looking forward to all of those. But get a hold of us if you have any questions. And again, I will get Lester and Sarah's information on today's interview so you have that as well. And hopefully, Sarah, you have found the links to your video. Her videos are on, or her interview is on Communications and Connections and Love Riot Warriors on YouTube as well. So have a great day. Any last words?
Ain't much.
Thank you guys so much for being here. And we are out of here.
Good. Well,